So here are the solutions for the problem that you guys have on the back of your resource page. So I wouldn't suggest watching this and copying. I would suggest trying it on your own, seeing where you have some trouble spots, and then checking your answers with this video. So letter A, I see that I'm going to have to multiply each part by 4 and 6 and 3. So I'm going to write it all out first and then cross out any pairs that I can. Okay, so 4 divided by 4 will cancel because that equals 1. 6 divided by 6 will cancel, and 3 divided by 3. So what I have left, 6 times 3 times x is 18x, minus 4 times 3 times x, so that's 12x, equals 2 times 4 times 6, and that's 48. I can combine these because they're both x's, so 18 minus 12 is 6x. Equals 48. And then I just want to finish it out by dividing by 6. So x equals 8. Okay, here is a solution for letter B. So I actually only see one denominator, x. So what I'm going to do is multiply each part by x to get rid of it. And I get to cancel out just the first pair because x divided by x is 1. So I have 5 minus 2 times x is x squared equals 3 times x. And I notice right away I think that might be a quadratic equation. So in order to solve any quadratic, you need it to be equal to 0. So I should move this to the other side and move this to the other side so that I have it equal to 0. Okay, and you always do the opposite to move things to the other side of the equation. So really, I'm solving the equation 0 equals 2x squared plus 3x minus 5. So you have 3 different ways that you can solve this equation. You can factor, you can complete the square, or you can use the formula. My personal preference right now is factoring. So if I did factor that equation, I would want to use my box and my x and put the 2x squared here, the negative 5 here, and I would need two numbers that add to 3 and multiply to negative 10x squared. So running through those options, I see that 5x times negative 2 is negative 10, and 5x plus negative 2 is 3. So I've got my factors. Okay, so I can do a 2x here and an x here. X times 5 is 5x. 2x times negative 1 is negative 2x. So those are the two little equations that I can solve for 0. So 2x plus 5 equals 0, and x minus 1 equals 0. Well, here's an easy one. Add 1 to both sides. 1 is one of my solutions. The other one, I have to take away 5. Negative 5 equals 2x. Divide both sides by 2. And x equals negative 2.5. So I've got my two solutions. Okay, letter C. Letter C looks scary, but it's still, let's just get rid of the fractions first. So I want to multiply the whole thing by 3 and 7. Multiply the whole thing by 3 and 7, and multiply this by 3 and 7. So let's delete our pairs. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 7 divided by 7 is 1. And over here I don't have a denominator, so I don't get to divide anything. So this is a little bit different because we don't just have one number up here, we have a kind of, I don't know, I guess 2. So you actually have to use a distributive property. So you're going to do 7 times negative 2x plus 1. So that's the distributive property. So I guess I really have negative 14x plus 7. And this one right here is going to be negative, okay, so minus 3 times x plus 3. Okay, so let's take that and multiply using the distributive property. So I get minus 3x minus 9 equals 8 times 3 times 7, which is 168. So let's combine any like terms that we can. So negative 14x and negative 3x become negative 17x. 7 and negative 9 become negative 2 equals 168. Okay, I add 2 to both sides. So negative 17x equals 170, and divide by negative 17. X equals negative 10. So the tricky part about this one was understanding that you did have to use the distributive property here and here in order to simplify it down. Okay, moving on to the last one, letter D. I recognize that I need to multiply by the denominator x, and make sure that you do it to each part. So x divided by x cancels, and I just have x plus 3. Plus 2 times x is 2x, equals x divided by x cancels, so I just have x plus 5. So let's combine anything that we can. I've got an x and a 2x makes 3x plus 3 equals x plus 5. Let's try to get all the x's together. So take away an x to cancel that, and then do it over here. So really I have 2x. And let's get the numbers to the other side. So I'll take away 3 from both sides. So 2x equals 2. Divide by 2, x equals 1.